I feel it would be appropriate to start this video just saying, I hate mornings. Hello, and welcome to my channel. I'm Mandy Grace, the author of a retelling of the legend of Robin Hood, known as Return to Sherwood. Okay, listen, I had a plan for today's video. Did not go according to plan. So the plan was to spend the last week, before I have off for the holidays, being very, very productive in a very specific way. I was going to do this thing that I've seen floating around the interwebs, where people challenge themselves to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. And I had seen several authors that I follow doing this like a couple months ago and was like, oh, I should do that, but I didn't join in when they were doing it, and I just didn't do it. So I decided that this last week was going to be the week that I would be getting up at 5 a.m. and doing things in the morning before I have to work. Because I don't get anything done, really, during the 9 or 10, 11 hours that I am doing my nanny job. So, yes, the plan was to get up at 5. That way I would have about an hour on weekdays to, you know, slowly wake up and then possibly do something productive before I start being a nanny. And then I wasn't sure what I would be doing on the weekends. I was probably going to sleep in more than that. But anyway, the initial plan no longer matters because it did not happen. Okay, here's the thing about me and mornings. I like to say that I hate mornings. It's not really true. I hate waking up and getting out of bed. That's what I hate. After you've gotten me up, I like mornings. I like the peace and the stillness. I like watching sunrises. I like the extra hours that I have in a day when I get up early. I like mornings. I hate waking up. Loathe it, to be honest. It's the worst thing imaginable. So on days that I have to get up, like weekdays when I have to get up for my nanny job, I tend to roll out of bed minutes before I am on duty, which is fine because I'm a live-in nanny. So I roll out of bed and I stumble downstairs and it's fine. But yeah, I don't like waking up. I don't like it at all. So here's how this went down. On Sunday, I just set the 5 a.m. alarm, but decided I didn't need it because Sundays, other than church, I have nothing going on, so I have the whole day to be productive anyway, so I didn't need those extra hours. That was the excuse I made when I shut off the alarm at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I went back to bed. And then yesterday, which was Monday, I forgot to set the 5 o'clock alarm. Did not even cross my mind. I think the fact that I'm doing the first part of this, the first installment of this video on a Tuesday is an accurate description of how this has gone. So anyway, today, Tuesday, I remembered to set the alarm, and I woke up to the alarm, and I started vlogging the first 5 o'clock day. I didn't get out of bed. I reached over, grabbed my camera, started videoing, and then was like, meh. And I didn't really go back to sleep necessarily. I wasn't fully awake. I wasn't fully asleep. I just sort of laid there in bed, enjoying the warmth of my blankets in a half-awake state for an hour before I had to actually get up for work. So this is not going well. I'm going to show you the amount of vlogging I did this morning while in bed. And then nothing else happened because I stayed in bed. Okay, so the point of me trying to do this 5 o'clock thing was, well, there was three things that I was trying to overcome or make time for or whatever. Number one is that because I hate waking up, I am a total zombie when I first wake up. I spend the first half hour to an hour completely unable to process anything. My brain has no idea what's going on. It's fine. Except it's not fine because when I roll out of bed at 6:30 and if one of the kids is already awake at 6:30, then, you know, the parents leave the house and I'm immediately responsible and I'm in a zombie state, and it's not great because I have to force myself to be alert, and it's It's physically painful. So, getting up an hour earlier, I would have time to be a zombie and then hopefully be more alert for the nanny job. That was the thinking. But I only wanted to commit to 1 week so I could see if I could do it, which clearly I can't. But anyway, the second thing was making time for my daily devotions, because they don't really get done if I don't do them as early as possible in the morning. And then the third thing is my writing. I can't get a lot done during nannying hours. I mean, I have breaks now and then, like right now when I'm filming this, but I can't get a lot done during the day. It just doesn't happen. So, most everything that I do happens in the evening. However, after 10 hours with children, my brain is gone. There is nothing left up here, and I crash in the evenings. So I generally don't do anything productive after dinner at all. It's very hard to be productive in the evenings for me. Which means I do my day job, I crash in the evenings. I only do anything productive on Saturday and Sunday. That's what that means. So this whole like get up at 5 o'clock, have an extra hour in the morning, I could do my daily devotions, I could do my zombiness before I'm in charge of children, and I could probably get some writing done in the morning. That was the plan. That's what I wanted to do. I did not. It's only Tuesday. We have time to get on this train, right? So I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning and did my devotions and, went through the zombie period, but really I was quite awake. I wasn't in the zombie period much. And then I wrote like 3 chapters in my NaNoWriMo story, and it was all great and wonderful and beautiful. And then my alarm went off again at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I realized I was still in bed, and I had very vividly dreamed all of that 5 a.m. productivity. I had done none of it. I had shut off my alarm and gone back to sleep and dreamed getting up and being productive. This is not going well. I don't expect for this to work out at all in the next 3 days. What I have learned from this experience is that I have no self-discipline whatsoever. So Thursday, did I get up? No. The only thing I've succeeded at with this 5 a.m. challenge is interrupting my sleep cycle. I realize it's only an hour earlier than my alarm would have been going off anyway, but I am so dead this week, and I'm blaming the 5 a.m. alarm that I don't actually get up to. Because I don't know if you can tell, but my eyes won't open properly today. My voice is a little my voice is scratchy? No, my throat is scratchy. Yeah, and I haven't washed my hair in several days. This is what happens when I get tired.